Some of the most amazing inventions in history were forgotten. Think about how different our world might be if these brilliant ideas had survived and shaped the future. Throughout history, there have been incredible inventions that were far ahead of their time. In this video, we'll explore the top 10 revolutionary inventions that were lost to history and the stories behind why they vanished. Let's get started. 1. The Antikythera Mechanism, ancient Greek computer. The Antikythera Mechanism was an ancient Greek device that worked like an early form of a computer. It was used to predict the movements of the sun, moon, and planets, helping people track important events like eclipses. This machine, made up of many small gears, showed that the Greeks had a deep understanding of astronomy and mechanics, far more advanced than many realized at that time. However, when the Roman Empire collapsed, the knowledge needed to make such devices was lost. For centuries, no one knew about the Antikythera mechanism until parts of it were found in a shipwreck off the coast of Greece in 1901. Although scientists have studied it ever since, much about how it was made and used remains a mystery. 2. Greek fire, Byzantine secret weapon. Greek fire was a powerful weapon used by the Byzantine Empire in naval battles. It was a special flammable liquid that could burn even on water, making it especially deadly against enemy ships. The Byzantines would launch this liquid at their enemies, and it was nearly impossible to put out, giving them a huge advantage in warfare. It worked like an early version of a flamethrower, striking fear into their opponents. The exact formula for Greek fire was kept a closely guarded secret, known only to a few. Unfortunately, when the Byzantine Empire fell, the secret was lost. Over time, nobody knew how to recreate this deadly weapon, and it disappeared from history. Despite many attempts, no one has been able to fully figure out the recipe for Greek fire, and it remains one of the great lost technologies of the past. 3. The Baghdad Battery, ancient power source. The Baghdad Battery is a set of clay jars that some experts believe could have been ancient batteries. These jars, which are over 2,000 years old, might have produced small amounts of electricity. Some think they were used for electroplating, a process where a thin layer of metal, like gold, is added to objects, showing that people at the time had some understanding of electricity. However, the exact purpose of the Baghdad Battery remains unclear, and there's no evidence that it was widely used. As time passed, this technology faded away and was forgotten. Modern science developed electricity much later, independently of these ancient jars, leaving the Baghdad Battery as a mysterious lost invention from the past. 4. Tesla's wireless power transmission. Nikola Tesla's Wardenclyffe Tower was an ambitious project designed to send electricity through the air without the need for wires. Tesla dreamed of a world where people could get power easily and wirelessly, no matter where they were. If his idea had worked, it could have completely changed the way we use and share electricity, making it much easier to access power worldwide. Unfortunately, Tesla's project ran into problems. He struggled to get enough money to keep the work going, and as wired power grids became more common, fewer people were interested in his wireless system. Eventually, the Wardenclyffe Tower was abandoned, and Tesla's dream of wireless power never became a reality. Today, his idea is seen as a lost opportunity that could have revolutionized the way we use energy. 5. Hero's steam engine, Aeolipile. Hero of Alexandria invented the aeolipile, a simple steam-powered device that is often considered the first steam engine. It worked by heating water, which turned into steam and escaped through small nozzles, causing a sphere to spin. This showed that steam could be used as a source of power, long before modern steam engines were developed for industry. However, at the time, the aeolipile was seen more as a curiosity or a toy, rather than something useful for practical purposes. People didn't realize its potential to power machines or help with work. Because of this, it was never fully developed or widely used, and the idea of steam power was forgotten for many centuries, until it was rediscovered during the Industrial Revolution. 6. Starlight, heat-resistant material. Starlight was a remarkable heat-resistant material invented by Maurice Ward in the 1970s. It could withstand extremely high temperatures without burning or breaking down. Starlight had the potential to be used in many industries, especially in space travel, where materials needed to survive extreme heat, and in fire safety. where it could protect people and buildings from fire. However, despite its incredible promise, starlight was never widely used. Maurice Ward, the inventor, refused to share the secret formula, fearing that companies might steal his invention. As a result, the material was never fully commercialized, and after Ward's death, the exact formula for making starlight was lost. This made starlight one of the great what-if stories in the history of modern materials. 7. Archimedes' heat ray, solar weapon. Archimedes' heat ray was a weapon designed by the ancient Greek inventor Archimedes. The idea was to use mirrors to concentrate sunlight onto enemy ships, causing them to catch fire. This was an early attempt to harness the power of the sun for military purposes. If it worked as intended, it would have been a powerful tool in naval battles, allowing ships to destroy their enemies from a distance. However, the heat ray was not practical for regular use. It required perfect weather conditions and precise positioning of the mirrors, which was hard to achieve during the chaos of battle. Because of these challenges, the technology was never widely adopted and was eventually forgotten. While it remains a fascinating idea, there is still debate among historians about how well it worked, and it is considered more of a legend than a successful weapon. 8. Babbage's analytical engine, first mechanical computer. Babbage's analytical engine was the first design for a mechanical computer, created by Charles Babbage in the 19th century. This machine was revolutionary because it included many features of modern computers, such as a central processing unit, CPU, and memory. The analytical engine could be programmed to perform different tasks, making it the first general-purpose computer design, far ahead of its time. However, Babbage never finished building the machine. He faced financial problems and technical challenges that made it difficult to complete. The technology of his time was also not advanced enough to fully realize his vision. After Babbage's death, the project was abandoned, and it wasn't until much later that people recognized the importance of his work. Today, Babbage is considered the father of the computer, even though his invention was never built during his lifetime. 9. Damascus steel, legendary sword metal. Damascus steel was a special type of metal used to make swords and knives that were famous for their strength and beautiful wavy patterns. These blades were not only incredibly sharp, but also flexible, making them more durable in battle. The unique combination of strength and flexibility made Damascus steel better than most other metals at the time. However, by the 18th century, the secret process for making Damascus steel was lost. Changes in the availability of materials and the techniques used to produce the steel caused this ancient knowledge to disappear. Despite many attempts, no one has been able to fully recreate the original method. Today, Damascus steel remains a legendary material, with the swords made from it considered valuable historical artifacts. 10. Ogham writing, Celtic alphabet. Ogham writing was an ancient alphabet used by the Celtic people in Ireland and parts of Britain during the early medieval period. It was a simple script made up of lines and marks that were usually carved into stones. People used Ogham to write important messages or record names on stones, making it a key way for the Celts to communicate and leave their mark. However, as Christianity spread across Ireland and Britain, the Latin alphabet became more popular, and the use of Ogham slowly faded away. Over time, fewer and fewer people used it, and eventually, its meaning was forgotten. Today, only a few experts understand Ogham, and the script remains a mysterious and lost part of Celtic history, found mostly on ancient stone carvings. These amazing inventions were far ahead of their time and had the potential to change history. However, many disappeared due to lost knowledge, lack of funding, or the fall of empires. Each of these forgotten technologies shows us how important it is to preserve innovation and ideas. Imagine how different the world could be if they had survived. If you enjoyed learning about these lost inventions, please like, share, and subscribe for more interesting stories about history's hidden wonders. Stay curious, and see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.